Mhm. All right, what is up, my real estate rock stars? So happy Friday. I hope everybody is doing well. And obviously, we're coming up to a short weekend of, let me turn this volume down here. I got some echo on my side. So coming up to the weekend here, and I just posted the other day about a software that I use online called Canva, which I had a bunch of people blowing me up saying, "Hey, Nick, can you do a short demo real quick on exactly how you use the software?" So obviously, it's very, very powerful. You can do a ton of stuff with it. I don't know if you guys got a chance. I dropped a link to the YouTube video or YouTube channel for Canva, where they have all kinds of tutorials and everything that you can do. But for the purposes of real estate, obviously they're not geared towards real estate in their demos. I'll do a screen share real quick for this morning just to kind of show you guys some of the powerful tools and some of the things that you can use for or with this software. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll get started. Okay, so you guys can see this. Yes. Okay, cool. So this is kind of the desktop or when you first log in. Now mine looks a little bit different. I do have the paid version of Canva, but I think it's like maybe $5 or $10 a month. It's still super inexpensive. Basically, when you actually pay for it, it gives you a few more design templates and a few more illustrations at a cheaper cost or free, which I'll kind of get into in a minute. So, but don't feel obligated. I used this free for a long, long time before I ever paid for it. So that's just something I recently did. But this is what it looks like when you first log in. So essentially you have a bunch of different templates to choose from. And like I said, that's what kind of makes this so powerful because, yes, I do use Adobe Photoshop. I use Premiere Pro for my video editing. I use After Effects. So I have all the real, professional tools that I use. But when it comes to just creating something real quick, there's really nothing better than Canva that I've found anyway, just because they have all the design templates in place that you can modify for yourself. So you can see here in the first row, they have specific designs. So whether you want to do a Facebook ad, a logo, a generic post, I actually use their templates a lot for presentations. So like next week in our market center, I'm going to be doing a Facebook training on Friday, and I'll probably end up using my, this Canva presentation software to design the slides. The other cool thing, real estate flyer, right? How many of you guys are always looking for a new real estate flyer? There's some that are in the market. There's some services, but a lot of them are generic. These are very, very nice. And then obviously the post that created all this buzz was my 300K hot sheet. And that's what I posted in the group to show you guys what is an example of. And that's this exact, right here is this photo collage. So that's what I use to modify. Going down a little bit farther, so you got Twitter posts, Pinterest graphics, and like I said, again, the cool thing about this, these are optimized for the exact size that you need for those specific platforms, which is really, really important because if you take something that you created for Facebook, let's say Facebook ad optimized 1200 by 628, if you tried to throw that in Instagram for the same post, it's not going to look good. It's going to be all stretched out, or the top and bottom is going to be missing. So having these specific templates is really, really cool and really, really important. So, and then obviously they have some documents. If you have a book or you're doing ebooks, you can do an ebook cover. Like I said, it's unbelievable the power and the ease of use for this platform. So in the interest of time, obviously we can do a super long demo for each individual thing. But, since the post that started it all was the photo collage, why don't we go ahead and modify this real quick so you guys can kind of see. So you can see all these templates here on the left. Now there's different photo collages. So the one that I posted, the reason it showed up front was because that's the one I just recently used. But, you can see there's hundreds and hundreds of templates. This one right here, this happened to be the one that I used, right? So you can see the similarities between basically all I did was come in here and you'll see, different photos that I have uploaded. Let's see if we can use the exact same ones. Okay, so here's the background of the house. I used a bottom photo of a family room, and this isn't even the same house. This is just obviously when I talk about, using pictures, because especially for Facebook ads or just ads in general, when someone's scrolling through their news feed, they're usually doing it pretty quickly, right? So the picture is super, super important to keep them to actually to stop on their news feed. That's why video is really important, because when they're scrolling, that video is starting, and that's what stops people. And that's really besides video being able to convey your message a lot better, but that's the catch, and that's why video is important, because it stops people in the newsfeed. The other thing is having a really, really engaging picture, which obviously for us in real estate, we have the benefit of having thousands of pictures that we can use of beautiful homes in the neighborhood, and have it basically relate to our message. So the text for this was the 300K hot sheet, which that's an ad that I run off and on. It's not a consistent ad, but obviously I wouldn't put a picture of a multi-million-dollar house with ad copy saying 300K hot sheet, right? So in our market, up to $300,000 is pretty hot. Still, I don't know if you guys are in shifting markets. We're seeing the luxury market a little bit higher up. Days on market is increasing, but up to 300K is really still a super hot market. Anything that's priced right is selling very, very quickly. So a lot of people are looking in that price range. So again, beautiful picture, multi-picture if you can. Obviously, one single image is okay, but anytime you can post multiple photos or a collage like this, it really helps to get people's attention. Now, if you wanted to put your logo in there, so let's say I wanted to put my logo, actually, and this picture of myself is blocking my view here a little bit. I hope that doesn't screw everybody up. Let's do this. Okay. All right, so here's my logo. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to go back and let's see what's happening here. Uploads. Here's all my uploads. So going through this, let's say, okay, here's my logo. I want to add this in here. And it's literally just drag and drop. I mean, it's that simple. So I think the title was 300K hot sheet. That might have been the title down here. Yeah, that's probably what it was. So let's do 300K hot sheet, and bottom text, best homes for sale under $300,000. Now, obviously you can spend a lot of time on this. Maybe up here, I might just delete this entire element altogether. So again, I don't necessarily remember what the other one looked like 100%, but obviously if you wanted to, so you can move this down, and there you go. So now you have an ad image with copy that literally took maybe 10 minutes, that looks absolutely beautiful, that will get people to stop what they're doing in their newsfeed to opt in or see what you have to say. So that's one example. And let's go back. I'm not going to save this because I already have that. So let's go back to Canva, and let's go back to, so that was an example of a photo collage. Now, maybe you want to do a real estate flyer, but obviously we're on Facebook. We're in a Facebook group. What does the Facebook ad look like, right? And this is cool because, again, it's back to the templates. So they have all these templates in mind. And, when I'm doing something like this, I kind of first I think about the feel of exactly what I'm trying to do. So am I, looking for the 300K hot sheet, something that's going to be, really catch someone's attention? Am I looking for an ad talking about an expired listing or for sale by owner, or, someone who's looking to move up, vacation condo? I mean, there's all different kinds of ad copies or things that you can do to attract customers. And the theme of the ad almost has to jump out, right? So I guess this is getting a little technical, but I mean, as you start running more and more ads, you'll really start thinking about this stuff in terms of, what exactly is going to get somebody the desire to make them want to look at your stuff. So if you're talking to a for sale by owner, the image, the ad copy, all that is going to be just a little bit different than it would be for an expired, or than it would be for a millennial, right? So you have to think about all that stuff. And with these templates, it really just allows you to kind of get a feel. So like an overlay, like if you just wanted to do a basic over kind of shot, like maybe you're doing what's my home worth, and now the background is going to be an overhead shot of a neighborhood, and then your text comes in here, right? Something like that. But so let's say you like this template and we go into elements. Now this is where it gets really interesting, because they have all these different things that you can add to the photos, right? So different shapes. If you wanted to maybe take one of these and create like a banner, or maybe on the side, this is your call to action over here. Maybe that's red, or that's not really, that's kind of pink, but whatever. Okay. So I know you guys have seen, different banners or bars at the corner of a screen. So maybe this is a just listed, right? Or something like that, where it's just getting people's attention. So if you ever wondered how people create all these ads with all these different banners and images, it's probably in a software like this to make it super, super easy. So, you have your shapes, you can do badges, you can do put your logos in here. I mean, it's really limitless to what you can do. The other thing that's really cool is they have what's called illustrations. So for you guys who, I personally like illustrations, because a lot of people are putting pictures, a lot of people are putting video. The illustrations are just something just a little bit different, right? So, and let me see if I can show you an example of an illustration ad. So I got all kinds of stupid stuff in here. Let's see. I don't think I have it saved here. Maybe we'll open in a second. But so actually, let's go back. Do we have, so obviously this is the post from the other day. Here's the stage that I used, dragged and dropped Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor in there, made them smaller, bigger. I mean, you can see how easy this is in general, right? So super, super easy. Let's exit out of this. I want to show you guys something. So I know on a lot of you guys saw me on the Real Estate Uncensored podcast, right? And I talked a little bit about chatbots and how I think chatbots are going to be one of the newest ways that we communicate. Well, this is, I think we're going to go with Gregory. I haven't really decided 100%. That's what I have him in there as right now. And this is my Amplified Marketing Group chatbot. So my other company, Amplified Marketing Group, is my marketing company, and this is the chatbot that you would communicate if you went to that channel. Now, on the same token, very similar to Gregory, who I might introduce you guys to in a little bit, I also have the Sakis Group bot, which might not be saved in here. Not everything saved. But essentially I took this illustration. So all this is from Canva. The background's from Canva, the robot's from Canva. I put my logo on it. So this is now my chatbot. And the same thing when you come into my Sakis Group channel, some of you guys have and interacted with this chatbot. I basically just have my Sakis Group logo in there. That chatbot's name is Rick, which stands for Robot Nick. Ha ha ha, whatever. But I'm sticking with that one. I think it's kind of funny. But when someone comes to my, like if you go to my Sakis Group page, I have that one built out a little bit more than Amplified Marketing Group right now. So when any customer goes into Sakis Group, the Facebook page, they're going to be greeted by Rick. Rick is my chatbot. It's going to welcome them to the Facebook page. It's going to ask them a few questions. Just to kind of warm up the customer to find out. They'll be able to schedule a meeting with me directly if they need to. They can actually call right out of the chat if they need to get in contact with me directly. So the power is unbelievable. So twofold. I want to show you guys what you can do with an illustration with Canva, and then also chatbots, which we'll probably get into later on. Maybe in a couple of weeks, we'll do a little demo. I use a company called ManyChat, ManyChat, which is super cool. It's free to start off with. There's a paid version that gives you a little bit more features, but for the meantime, you can absolutely use it for free. So this is an example of illustration. Like I said, it's super, super cool. And obviously, you can do other things like frames. So if you wanted to add a frame, frames I recommend because they're very engaging. So when a customer is looking at just a regular text ad, a lot of times with a picture, I'll put a border or a thin border around that just to kind of help it. Again, it's what can you do to stop somebody from scrolling in your news feed, right? So here's a picture. I was just doing an ad the other day for houses with swimming pools, right? Everybody loves dogs. So what's going to stop them in their news feed? Is it going to be a picture of a house with a pool that everybody's might have seen 1,000 times, or the picture of the cutest husky ever? Because I personally happen to have a husky. I love them. This isn't mine, but guess what? It gets people to stop in their news feed. Here's the border I was talking about. Just a slight variation, small frame, just something to help it stand out a little bit more. So I think I don't want to go on too long here because obviously nobody likes super long trainings, but I think you can kind of see the power of Canva, and it's just go play around with it. You know, just like I said with video, just because you record yourself doesn't mean you have to publish something. Same thing with Canva, right? Just go play with it. Go create something. And just because you make it doesn't mean it has to be something that you publish. So, and the Facebook cover photo. So we talked about the video. If you guys aren't comfortable with doing a video for your Facebook cover like I have, there's a ton of different templates in here that you can customize your actual Facebook cover photo, which is really, really cool because it's a weird kind of aspect ratio. It's not a normal like 16:9. So if you were trying to create a Facebook cover photo before, it might have been kind of difficult. So here's all the templates, you know, just play with it. It's really, really cool. And I hope you guys like this. So that's pretty much it for me. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, like, comment, share. Our group is growing, which I'm super happy about. We have a little over 200 people right now. But I want to get more. I want to help more people. Again, if you're new to the group, share it with anybody you know. Right now, I'd like to help realtors. That's pretty much our main objective, is to help other agents. So they don't have to be with KW. They can be with another agency. But share this. I'd really appreciate it. And then if you're in the Tampa Market Center, I'm actually doing a training on Friday next week, which I think it's September 8th. So it's going to be a training on how to comply with Facebook's new ad guidelines, which they're changing so much stuff, and it's crazy because I used to say that you can keep up with Facebook on a maybe every 6 months or every year almost, but the stuff that I was talking about, the stuff that I was doing 3 months ago has completely changed from now. So you almost have to be up to date with Facebook from a month to month basis because they're changing so much stuff. Their algorithms change, but the biggest change is their privacy policy, their terms and conditions. They're doing some stuff now where ignorance is no excuse for the law, right? It's the same way with Facebook. They've posted their ad guidelines, and if you do not obey the ad guidelines, they're not just going to, turn your ad off or stop showing your ad. They're going to shut your account down. And I've had several friends in the digital marketing industry. There's been kind of a hubbub about it, a powwow. It hasn't really necessarily reached the individual advertisers yet because, they're going after the people that are spending thousands and thousands of dollars a day first. But I guarantee you, you will hear about this in the next couple months where people's ad accounts are just flat out getting shut down, no questions asked. And Facebook is just, they're not answering the phone. They don't care. So that's going to be on Friday. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to stay safe and the guidelines and everything. And then the following week, we'll be doing a little bit more in-depth on exactly how to run some ads, how to do some lead generation, different tactics and stuff like that. For everybody in the group, I will be doing the same Facebook guidelines training. I don't know if it'll be next week. It might be the week after. I might just make the presentation for next week and then do a Facebook Live. So let me know in the comments if you guys, obviously I've been going live at different times. There hasn't been much consistency. I want to do some consistency. So I'd like to have specific days where I do specific things. So tell me in the comments what you think for you guys would be the best day or the best time for me to go live on a webinar, whether it's Mondays or Fridays, whether it's mornings or afternoons. I'm Eastern Standard Time, so I don't really want to go into 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night if I can help it. For now, at least, if there's a bunch of people asking for it, I guess I can do my best. But would you be better off in the morning to be able to hop on live, or is it better in the mid-afternoon so that I can maybe answer some of your questions live? So that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you are on vacation or going on vacation, I hope you have a good time. I will be in the office grinding as usual. But thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you next week. See you.